I'm 23, so.
I've got shoes older than you.
Yeah.
Right? Did you know that?
Really? Wow.
I'm Jason Pinkston, and this is your Backstage Pass. Today we catch up with country music singer-songwriter Mo Pitney.
Let me tell you about country.
Mo Pitney.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great.
You know, I come from the old country music, and I can just really appreciate what you're doing.
Oh, wow. Well, I definitely listened to the old country music. I don't know if I came from it or I just found it.
Well, I was going to ask you, where do you think your old country soul come from?
I think I can owe it to bluegrass.
Okay.
When I was really young, I fell in love with bluegrass music. When I was probably 12 or 13, I started playing bluegrass music when I
Who
was
were you
13.
listening to?
Del McCoury, Tony Rice, Larry Sparks was a huge influence of mine, J.D. Crowe in the New South. And that can kind of lead into the next question. Keith Whitley used to play for J.D. Crowe in the New South.
Yes.
And I kind of bridged the gap between old bluegrass music to old country music when I kind of followed Keith's career as he went on into country music, and I fell in love with Miami and that kind of stuff. And instead of going forward from there, I went backwards from there.
Love that.
And I went and found the people that influenced Keith, like Merle and Lefty Frizzell and all those different artists. And
Tell me if this is correct. We talked earlier off camera about Googling people and
Yeah.
things being wrong. Here's something else I learned from you, or about you. Tell me if it's true. Dad got you playing the guitar early, and something happened. I don't know what, but you couldn't play the guitar no more, so he bought you a banjo, and that's what got you into bluegrass. Now, did you get hurt, or?
No, well, what happened is when I started playing guitar, I actually picked it up on my own. The first record I ever learned was a Johnny Cash record, Live in San Quentin. Before I decided to learn how to play the guitar, I broke my hand.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So it's true.
Yeah.
Google was true.
It was, and I ended up I learned how to play guitar with a cast on my right hand.
Oh, wow.
And the cast went all the way up these two fingers and all the way down to I could just hold my pick, and that was it.
Okay.
So this is my picking hand.
Okay.
And I laid
that's
a rag over my dad's guitar and learned. Now, when I switched to banjo, it wasn't because of that. Actually, by that time, I'd gotten the cast off of my arm.
And you were really into that music.
Yeah, and I was playing, when I was playing Johnny Cash music in open mic jams around Northern Illinois, there was a group that came up after us that was a bluegrass group, and I saw that the guy was tuning his banjo up, and I told Dad, I said, I want to do that. And he goes, well, I got a banjo at the house. And so I picked up picks on the way home, and I picked it up when I got back.
Self-taught again?
Yeah, he showed me some rolls. My dad, he was willing to show me things, but he didn't show me a ton. He would show me one little thing, and I'd just kind of I'd take off with it. He got me with a banjo. I remember he set me down with a click track, and he taught me how to roll, and he didn't show me anything with my right hand. He says, you need to just be able to roll in time with the click track. Just do it for 20 minutes at a time.
And
that's
that took you how long to get pretty good at that?
As far as making a real roll, one day. And then I started getting ahead of Dad, and while he was at work, I had to figure out the chords, and I learned C, D, and whatever. I just kind of started to take off from there. And whenever I would get stuck, I'd go to Dad.
Let's talk about growing up in Cherry Valley. Yeah, that's by Rockford, Illinois.
It is. It's kind of connected to Rockford. We were kind of on the outside of that, where if you pass our house, it's really rural and just kind of country and cornfields and that kind of thing.
So that's all you could do out there, really, was pick.
Yeah, pick and hunt and fish.
That's right.
I feel like we were just in the perfect place to kind of be able to go see a movie or go out the other way, go hunting and fishing and be a country kid. So.
Speaking of kid, there's 3 of you?
Yes.
And you all play music?
Yeah, and my brother and sister play for me. Or I play for them. I don't know. My brother plays bass and sings, and my sister sings great harmony. Yeah, and she sings great lead too. I wish she had more of an opportunity to sing lead.
I started to tell you that. Enjoy her being with you for a while.
Yeah.
She's going to be going on her own.
Yeah, I just got a call today about a radio station that I visited a while back is going to have her come in and play a show for them. And I think that once people really get a hold of her, she's going to be gone. So
Incredible
yeah,
voice.
she really does have
That
an awesome
sibling
voice.
harmony too.
Yep.
You know, you can't beat that.
I can't. I'm going to miss her if she ever goes.
Let's talk about the new country music now. What's your opinion on that?
Well, I mean, I think that I try to even put myself in a box. A lot of people will label me as kind of an older sound, an older, more traditional sound. That's just what naturally comes out of me, probably because of what I was influenced by. But I'm more of a fan of artists than I am of a particular type of music. I obviously gravitate to more of a traditional sound, and that's mostly what you're going to hear when you jump in my truck. But I really respect people sharing their heart, and I know that there might be some music that might not be my taste, but I know that most people, I would hope to the best of their ability, are just trying to do what they know how to do and express themselves.
If I
And
jumped in your
respect
truck
that.
right now, what would I hear?
Probably Merle Haggard, Roger Miller, Tony Rice, and Larry Sparks, and Don Williams is I'm a big Don Williams fan, and probably James Taylor.
Spent the morning pouring concrete.
Coming up later on Backstage Pass,
When people say that, then I really realize the power of God, because God just changed a lot in my life.